Hello, children. Welcome to Radio Learning Program for Science. This is a program produced by Rwanda Education Board, among other programs, with the support from UNICEF Rwanda and in partnership with Inspire, Educate and Empower Rwanda, IEE. My name is Teacher Gerard, and I am going to teach you Primary 4 Science. This program, as you know, is organized to make sure that the children are keeping on the learning mood as we are still at home during this bad time of coronavirus disease breakout. So make sure that you keep tuned to this program over the radio. Children, get your pens and notebooks for taking notes, doing exercises, and homework. After getting the writing materials ready, may you sit next to the radio. Tune it to be loud enough and be ready to listen to it keenly. Great. I can see you have settled. That's good. Dear parents, I would like you to be close to the child and follow up what they are doing. Help them follow the instructions. Wonderful. My friends, children, be keen listeners as the radio teacher takes you through the lessons. Wonderful. Now, let us stand up to have a warm-up song before we start learning. Great. I am going to sing the song 2 times as you listen. Then you will join me as we sing for the 2nd time and the 3rd time. Good. And I would like you to pay attention as I am leading. Good children. Oh, I love you with the love of the Lord. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. I can see in you the glory of my King. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. Oh, I love you with the love of the Lord. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. I can see in you that glory of my King. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. My friends, let us now sing together. Let's go. Oh, I love you with the love of the Lord. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. I can see in you that glory of my King. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. Again. Oh, I love you with the love of the Lord. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. I can see in you that glory of my King. Yes, I love you with the love of the Lord. Very, very good. You like that song? Yes, I also like it because it talks about the love of the Lord God. Very good. Now, who can remember what we learned about last time? Can you remember about what we learned last time? Very, very good. We learned about sound. Is that correct, children? Perfect. Okay, children. What did we learn about sound? Can you write it down? What did we learn about sound? Perfect. We learned that sound is a form of energy. We learned that sound is a form of energy, and it comes from all around us. It comes from all around us. It comes from people when they talk. It comes from radios when they play. It comes from airplanes when they fly. And so many others that we mentioned. Okay, children. Today we are going to learn about soil. Can you say soil? Good. Can you write soil at the top of your book? Then listen. Soil is one of the non-living things. Soil is one of the non-living things. It is useful to plants, people, and other animals. Plants grow in the soil. People and other animals depend on plants for food. Good. Let us now see something about soil. Definition of soil. The topmost layer of the earth's surface is called soil. The topmost layer of the earth's surface is called soil. Do you understand? Perfect. Now, let us see the types of soil. Write that one down. Types of soil. There are three main kinds of soil. Children, there are three main kinds of soil. Number one, loam. L-O-A-M. Loam. Loam is chiefly a mixture of sand and clay. Loam is a mixture of sand and clay. It can hold enough water and air for plants. It is smooth. The type of soil number two, clay. C-L-A-Y. Clay. Clay is made up of very, very fine particles, very, very soft particles. It can hold a lot of water, but very little air spaces in between. It feels sticky when wet and forms clumps when dry. My friends, the clay is the one that sometimes when we are playing out, we use it in making our play materials. We use clay in modeling. Good. The type of soil number three, sand. Sandy soil is made up of very small rock particles. They are bigger than clay particles. Sand is found in desert areas and along the shores of the lakes. Sand cannot hold much water, but it can hold much air. Is that clear? Very good.
Come along and play with us.
Okay, let us continue. Composition of soil. What do we find in that soil? My friends, the components of soil. Number one, in any soil that you see, whether it is clay, whether it is loam or sandy soil, my friend, in between the soil particles, we have air. We have what? Air. Yes. Air is trapped in the spaces between the grains or small particles of the soil. When you get soil and then you try to touch it, as you are touching the soil, you will feel that there are some particles which you are feeling in your fingers. In between the particles, the space between is occupied by air, whether sand, clay, or loam. So air is a component of soil. The second component of soil is moisture or water. Moisture or water. I want to help you spell moisture. M-O-I-S-T-U-R-E. Moisture. Good. Moisture. Moisture or water. In between the particles of air, we have water, the film of water, a small filling of water. That is the moisture. That is the reason why the soil particles are still getting held together, because of the presence of moisture. Moisture or water is found in between the soil particles. I know you will ask me, what of air? Air is in between the particles. And you say, and the teacher says, that moisture is also found in between. How is this possible? Yes, it is possible. These two things, they can exist in between another. Where air is, moisture can also be. So they exist as friends in between the soil particles. The moisture can be seen by the dryness or wetness of different soil particles. Soil contains water or moisture. When you see the soil is so wet, then it is more moistened than the other, which is dry. When the soil is so wet and it looks watery, it is more moistened than the other one, which is dry. Do you understand? Yes. Now, where there is more water in the soil, the air space will be little, will be reduced. Where there is more air spaces, the water will be very little. That is how I told you they are balancing and existing next to one another. When there is much water, there is very little air. The air is there, but it is very little. Do you understand? Great. So they exist like that. Where there is much water, there is little air space. Where there is much air space, there is little water. Good. The third particle or component of soil, after the moisture, in the soil, we have clay, sand, stones, and humus. I repeat, and I want you to write: clay, sand, stones, and humus. I am spelling humus. H-U-M-U-S. Humus. Now, my friends, we have mentioned three categories of the components of soil. The first one was air. There are air spaces in between soil particles. We also mentioned moisture or water. Moisture is there, and water particles or water film is also there around the particles of soil. The third category of the components of soil is clay, sand, stones, and humus. Look at these 4 components. You see, when we were talking about the types of soil, we saw clay soil. We also saw sandy soil. We also saw loam soil. Now, remember we talked of sand, and we said sandy soil are the small rock particles. They are the small rock particles. But before they become so small, they break. The rock particles break into stones. So after the stones have broken further, that is when the stone becomes soil. And that is sandy soil. We also have humus. Humus is a sticky substance which is brown in color. It is a substance which is brown in color, and it is sticky. It combines the particles of soil and the components of soil together. At the same time, it plays a very important role in plant growth. The humus plays a very important role in the plant growth. Have you understood? That is great. Very, very good, children.
Come along and play with us.
Now, as we are finishing, I would like you to take this assignment, and you will do it after the lesson. Is that clear? Wow. This is going to be your assignment. You will get any clear plastic cup or tall glass. You will get any clear plastic cup or a tall glass. Step 2. Get some soil from the flower vase or from the garden. Step 3. Put the soil in the tall glass and pour in some water until the glass gets full. Put the soil in the tall glass and pour in some water until the glass gets full. Stir the content until it is totally mixed up to look like dirty water. Stir up the content until it is totally mixed up to look like dirty water. The 5th step, put it somewhere safe and wait for it to settle down. Put it somewhere safe and wait for it to settle down. The last step, try to identify what you can see from bottom to top. Try to identify what you can see from bottom to top. Compare that with what we have learned today. You will compare that with what we have learned today. I hope we will meet in the next lesson. Till we meet in the next lesson, bye-bye.
Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, children. See you next time. Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, children. See you next time.